All right, everybody, we have made it to the final game of this replay. Colorado Rockies 2025 first 59 games. And that is what we committed to, and that's what we're going to finish. Finish what we started, as Van Halen once sang. All right, so to commemorate the final game, I am switching scoring mechanisms, and we're now going to be using the last few pages I have open in my old Bob Carpenter scorebook. That's what we're going to be using today. So the Rockies offense is on this side. Mets offense is on this side. Rockies defense is here. The bench for the Mets is here. Bullpen for the Rockies is here. Over here, we got the Met defense. We got the Rocky pinch hitting and the Met bullpen over here. So that is what is being used in this one. That loose leaf thing out of there. So that's what we're going to use here, just kind of commemorate the last game. Plus, I didn't really want to print off another two-sided score sheet just for one game, so I thought I would go this route. And on the mound for the Mets is Clay Holmes. On the replay from Action PC, he is 4-2 at this point. He is a -4 hold. He's a 0, but the backup catcher Torrens is a -4 hold. So Holmes will have a -4 hold going for himself. All right, we have one addition to the roster for the Rockies. Their first baseman Tolia is either injured or on the minor league list or whatever. And Keston Hiura, I know he played for the Brewers amongst other teams. He has been added to the roster. He is not carded. He is the DH. So I've got and he hit around 200 for the season, and it's limited at bat, so I am using the 210 card for Keston Hiura. Everybody else is carded and ready to go. So we have Jordan Beck to lead things off. The Rockies are 18-40 on the replay. They were, of course, 9-59, or 9-40. Can't speak right. 9-50 in the 59 games. So we're +9 already. Can't get the 20 wins that I wanted originally a little while ago, but we've at least made it to the 18 mark. See if they can make 19 and avoid a sweep. That would be kind of cool, but we shall see. Clay Holmes to Jordan Beck, and that is a 1-2. 1-2 for Jordan Beck. That's a low max to short. There's no injuries. I'm not going to worry about injuries, but it is a line out to short, and that brings up Sam Hilliard, center fielder. That is a 3-8 for Hilliard, and that's a strikeout. So Hilliard out on strikes. First strikeout for Holmes, and that will bring up Ezequiel Tovar. And that is a 210 for Tovar, and that's a 1 for a double. Anything else would be a single. And that's going to be a 2-out single for Ezequiel Tovar. And with that -4 hold, he's not going to go anywhere. So that'll bring up Ryan McMahon, third baseman. 2-9 for McMahon, struck him out. And that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. So we go to the bottom of the first. Rockies nothing, and the Mets coming to bat. So we'll flip this over, put in there 0 for Colorado. And now we have Palmquist, the pitcher, Carson Palmquist. He's 0-2 on the replay. He has a +9 hold, which makes him +5 everywhere, so it doesn't matter about that. And leading things off will be Francisco Lindor, the shortstop. Lindor. 6'7", he's a switch hitter, batting right-handed against the lefty Palmquist. So 6'7" is a 1-16 double, 17-20 is a single, and that's a double for Francisco Lindor. So the Rockies off to a rocky start, pardon the pun, to start this ball game. Here's Starling Marte, another 6'7", exact same role. We're at the exact same situation, and this time it's a single 2 stars, but it will score Lindor. Mets jump to an early 1-0 lead. Marte will be looking to run. Marte needs a 4 or a 5. And he gets the lead. So he's an 18, being held as a 16, but then the +5 makes it basically the only way to get him is a 20. And they don't get him. Stolen base, Marte. So Marte is at second base with nobody out for Juan Soto. Hello, Tribe fan. Juan Soto. That is a 6-9 for Soto, and that's a ground ball shortstop X. That's going to be Tovar. He's a 2E16. 215 is good. E16 and 11 should not be a problem. 2 and a 15 is a G1, so that means the runner on second, Marte, will hold. And there's one away for Pete Alonso. Alonso, 212 against the lefty. It's a fly ball right field A. It's a very unusual to have a fly ball A. Don't see that very often on the strat cards, but it's right there. Fly ball A. That means Marte will take third on the fly ball to right field. So 2 outs, but Marte does take third base. So he's at third with 2 away for Brett Beatty, third baseman. Clutch situation for the Mets. Beatty in the clutch will lose a couple of hits. 1-2 and 1-7 against the lefty Palmquist. Hello, Ben. Haven't seen you in a while. 2-9, and that is a fly to left to end the inning. So the Mets get a run. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. At the end of 1, it is the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. We go to the top of the second, and it'll be Brenton Doyle, the batter. Well, just glad you're back. Hope you're doing well, both physically and mentally. All right, here's Brenton, and came back at the right time. This is the final game of the Rockies replay. They are 18-40. And finishing up here on this Sunday night, June the 1st. June the 1st is the replay date. Clay Holmes, 1-3 for Doyle. It's a fly to right, 1 away. And now here's Keston Hiura. He is an uncarded player, nameless player that we're going to be using. He is a righty. We're on to Holmes' card. 4-11s, ground ball to short. 2 down. And here is Orlando. Well, better is better. Pardon the pun. Better is better than the alternative. Here's Arcia. 6-12. It's ground ball first base X. That's Alonso. He is a 4E10. 4-3. That's a base hit. E10 and a 15. That could be trouble. Oops. E10 and a 15 is trouble. That's an error. So it's going to be a single plus an error on Alonso. Single plus the E1. That'll put Arcia at second base with 2 outs. Now, clutch situation for Tyler Freeman. And in the clutch, Freeman is going to gain 1 hit on 2-3. Oh, that one over the edge. That did not count. It's got to go through the chute. All of them do. 2-10, and that is a ground ball to second. That will end the inning. So no runs, a hit, an error, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Here at Citi Field, it's still 1-0 favor of the Mets, or the Metropolitans, if you so desire. So coming up now will be the backup catcher, Luis Torrens. Alvarez had caught the first 2 games. Torrens catches this game. Hello, Chuck. Torrens, Vientos, and Taylor, the scheduled hitters. It's Palmquist, 4-9, and that's a base on balls. First walk issued by Palmquist. Torrens, no threat to run, though. And here is the designated hitter, Mark Vientos. 3-7 for Vientos, struck him out. First strikeout for Palmquist. 1 away for center fielder Tyrone Taylor. It's a 5-6, and that's going to be another strikeout for Palmquist, his second. 2 away for the 9th man of the order, Acuna. I think it's Luis Angel, but I'm not sure how if it's all one word like Luis Angel or was Luis Angel. I think it's Luis Angel Acuna or something like that. I'm just going to call him Acuna to make it simple. 1-7, and that is going to be a base on balls. So Tribe fan or Chuck or whoever watches modern baseball, if you can tell me his pronunciation. I'm just going to go with Luis Angel until somebody tells me different. So he walks. Clutch situation for Francisco Lindor. 1-9 for Lindor. It's ground ball to second, and that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 2, it's the Mets 1 and the Rockies nothing. Top of the third we go. And we have Clay Holmes back out. He'll be facing the catcher, Jacob Stallings. So, ironically, the best Rockies hitter on the team is on the bench in this game, Hunter Goodman, but I'm sure he'll pinch hit at some point. So, here's Stallings to start us off. 3-9 for Stallings. He's going to fly to left. That's 1 away. And that'll bring up Jordan Beck. Beck, a 1-4, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Mr. Clay Holmes. 2 down for Sam Hilliard. Chuck, he's supposed to be streaming tonight at 8:30 from what I heard. That's what he put on this little note. He's supposed to be streaming tonight at 8:30, which is why I'm jumping on here at 7:30 to try to get in before he does. So, all right, here is Hilliard. That's a 2-5, and that's a strikeout there. Strikeout number 4. 2 down for Ezekiel Tovar. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the end of the inning. What am I doing? The third out was down here. I don't give them 4 outs. Lord knows they need 4 outs, but I'm not going to give it to them. We're going to keep it legit. Too legit to quit. So we go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 still favor of the Mets. And it'll be left fielder Starling Marte to do up for the Mets against the lefty Palmquist. He'll be followed by Soto and Alonso. Soto and Alonso. 2-6 for Marte against Palmquist is a solid single. And Marte again will be looking to run. He stole a base in the first inning. See, that's a 1, so he might get picked off. His get back number is 12. And he does get back, but he can't establish a good lead now, so he'll have to hold. And here's Juan Soto. Soto, 2-4 for Soto. That's a fly to center field. Hilliard makes the catch, 1 away. Brings up Pete Alonso. $1-7 for Alonso against the lefty is a 1-6 single. 7-20, we got a Giovanni's Tailor Shop tailor-made double play. And that's exactly what we have. Ground ball, second base A. The 1-7, the split is a 1, if I can get this thing to focus right. The split is 1-6 for a single, 7-20 is a ground ball, second base A, and that's a 10. So Giovanni's Tailor Shop, tailor-made double play, 4-6-3. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 3, it's 1-0 Mets. And that was a Giovanni's Tailor Shop tailor-made double play. Giovanni's Tailor Shop in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania. If you're in that area and you have tailoring needs, be sure to stop by and see them. They'll tell them Demo Essential will give you a discount. They're the unofficial sponsor of the channel, but the official sponsor of the Giovanni's Tailor Shop tailor-made double play of the game. Here is Ezekiel Tovar. That's a 2-9 for Tovar, and that's a 1-12 for a triple. 13-20 is a double. And that's going to be a double for Ezekiel Tovar. Leadoff double. He's 2 for 2 in this game. Brings up Ryan McMahon. It's a 1-6 for McMahon. Strikeout number 5. Clay Holmes. We'll bring up Brenton Doyle, center fielder. As a 6-3, and it's a fly ball left field. Marte is a 4-E-4. 4 and 19 is good. E4, he just has to avoid 3, 4, 15, and 18, which he does. So there's 2 away. And now Keston Hiura in his nameless player card. That's a 3-8, and he flies to right to end of the inning. So the leadoff double doesn't amount to anything. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 1-0 Metropolitans. Palmquist back out. We'll face Beatty, Torrens, and Vientos. 6-7 lefty. That's a 1-11 triple. 12-20 is a double. That's a double for Beatty. Leadoff double for Brett Beatty. Brings up the catcher, Luis Torrens. 6-10. That's a ground ball shortstop X. We're looking at Tovar. 2E16. 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6 is a G2. So I think Beatty's going to have to probably stay there. Let's see. E16. He's got to avoid the 14 and the 17, which he barely does. Let's check this G2 just to make sure he's not going anywhere. G2, runner on second. Infield normal says right. So they decide if it's hit to the shortstop. But Beatty doesn't run all that well. He runs at a 12, but not that fast, so he'll hold. He's already in scoring position. No use risking that. Here's Vientos, the designated hitter. It's a 1-9 against the lefty. That's a home run, 1-13, double 14-20, and that is gone. Mark Vientos, a 2-run home run for Mark Vientos. Puts the Mets further in front, 3-0. Vientos had 17 home runs, real world. It's now 3-0 Mets. And here is Tyrone Taylor. Hello, Jeremy. That is a 6-12, and that's a ballpark blast. And I forgot to write down the ballpark effects on this other score sheet. We'll take the score sheet from the previous day, look at the ballpark effects. Singles are 1s both sides. Home runs, lefty 7, righties 13. So Tyrone Taylor is a 13. Since he is a right-handed hitter, he is a 13, but he has weak power against lefties. So 1-13, he gets a single. That's it. But it's a 14, so he flies to left. So it's a moot point. There's 2 away. I haven't seen Spokane Steve lately, so I'm not sure. Oh, September 15th. All right, thanks for the update. Very good. I know everybody's waiting for him to come back. All right, here is Acuna. 4-8 for Acuna, and that is an in-home run chance here. 1-7 home run, 8-20 double, but again, a weak power. So it would be a single 1-7, double 8-20. And that's a double for Acuna. 2-out double, flips the order over to Francisco Lindor. Clutch situation for Lindor in the clutch. Loses a hit, 3-10. 6-12 again, that's another ballpark blast. He does have normal power. And so once again, it is a 1-13 for a 2-run homer. And it is Lindor, a 2-run home run. And Palmquist, the second time through the order. And now beginning the third time through the order, they are getting to him. So that is 4 runs in the inning. It's now 5-0. And the Rockies bullpen is going to start to stir. Still 2 outs, and here is Marte. 1-11, and that is a split. 1-12 is a single. 13-20 is a line out, and that's a line out to Tovar to end the inning. But we got 4 runs. They do it on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No errors and nobody left. So at the end of 4, it is the Mets 5 and the Rockies nothing, and that's going to be it for Mr. Palmquist. They're going to cap him at 4 innings, and he's going to give up 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He will walk 1 and strike out. I'm sorry, walk 2, strike out 2. And they'll figure out who the new pitcher is going to be next inning. For now, it is going to be Clay Holmes out. This is Clay Holmes' fatigue inning, number 5. And he's going to be facing Arcia, Freeman, and Stalling for the Rockies. That is a 6-6. 6-6 is a strikeout for Clay Holmes. There's a dot there, but he has not yet reached fatigue. So the strikeout is good. So it looks like the Rockies are going to finish 18-41 unless something drastic happens, which is still 9 games better than real world. 6-7, and that's a ground ball second base X. We are looking at Acuna. He's a 2E6. 2 and a 10. You'll get to that. E6, he's got to avoid 3, 16, and 18, which he does. 2 up, 2 down for Jacob Stallings. That's a 1-6, and he's going to strike out. Strikeout number 7 for Holmes. He will carry full endurance into the 6th inning, as he is pitching a 3-hit shutout right now and just cruising along, as they say. So now, new pitcher coming in for the Rockies. As we look at their bullpen, they have 1 lefty, Rolison. They also have Agnos, Bird, Halverson, Herget, Kinley, Mejia, and Vodnik. So those are the guys to choose from. If I look at their game from last night, they used Herget for 2 innings, so he's probably going to be the only one unavailable is Herget. So we'll go somewhere other than Herget, and that means we're going to Jake Bird. Bird is the word. Jake Bird. So Bird is in. He is a -3 hold, which makes him a -4. With the -1 catching of Stallings. But he'll be facing Soto, Alonso, and Beatty here in the bottom of the 5th of a 5-0 ball game. Here's Soto. 6'4", lefty, ground ball shortstop X. That's another chance for Tovar. 2E16. 2 and 10 is good. E16 and a 10 is no problem whatsoever. So ground out to short, 1 away. Pete Alonso, first baseman. 2-6 for Alonso, and he flies to center, where Hilliard makes the catch. 2 down, and that's going to send up Beatty. 6-11. 6-11 for Beatty, and that's a split. 1-7 is a single, and that's a 6. That's a base hit. Base hit, and that will send up Torrens. 6-10. Ground ball third base X. That's McMahon. He's a 1. We know he's going to get to it. E10 is a 13, 17, and 18, which he avoids and makes the play. So a shutout inning from Jake Bird that finally put up a 0 on the board. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 6th, and it is all right. I've got something wrong with my lineup here. I've got somebody that shouldn't be. How did I mess this up? Let me check my book here. Something's not quite right. I don't have a first baseman in here. So something's going on with this. When I was putting this lineup together, I just noticed this. This may be an invalid game. I don't know, but I'm not. It's the last game, so I'm really not going to worry about it. Just want to get this done with. I'm going to check the box score because I wrote something down grotesquely wrong in the lineups. So let's take a look here. Find out where I went wrong. Doyle is the DH. Hira is at first base. That's where I'm off. Okay. So Doyle is a DH and Hira is the first baseman. Okay. That's where I got screwed up. I had Doyle in center and Hira as DH, and I had that backwards. So let me clean this up here real quick. I thought that just didn't look right on my score sheet. So Doyle is the DH and Hira is the first baseman. Okay. I had it right on this, but I didn't have it right on the lineup sheet. So it's been corrected now. So at least that's not screwed up too bad now. Okay, top of the sixth inning, Clay Holmes, full endurance, and he'll be facing Jordan Beck, top of the order. Still 5-0, favor the Mets. 4-3, and that is a fly ball right field X Juan Soto. It's a 4-E1. 4 and 14 is good all day long. E1, the only errors you're going to find on an E1 for a left fielder are 3 and 17. And what do you know? We got a 17. How do you like that? He's an E1 as an outfielder, and lo and behold, a 17 is a two-base error. So we have a two-base error on Juan Soto. That is definitely unusual. But then again, rolling a 17 is not very usual either. So I guess one unusual result deserves another. So Beck's at second base with nobody out for Sam Hilliard. That's a 3-5 for Hilliard, and he walks. So now we'll keep an eye on Holmes because he could be reaching fatigue very shortly, especially the third time through the order. That can get you. If we look at the Yankees bullpen, they've got one left-hander, Castillo, and they got Brozaban, Udo, Diaz, Garrett, and Stanek. However, Diaz is, unless of an emergency, he's unavailable because he's pitched the last two games, and you usually are not supposed to pitch a guy 3 days in a row, and he's their closer. So they would like to get Holmes at least 6 innings to save that bullpen, if at all possible, but we'll see how it plays out. All right, here is Tobar. He's got a 5-0 lead to work with, so that definitely helps the decision making. 6-11, that's a ballpark single check. It's only a 1, so most likely a liner to short, and that's exactly what we got. 1 away for Ryan McMahon. Although one long ball by the Rockies gets them right back in the game. Here's McMahon. 1-10, and that's a 1-10 single. It would load the bases. 11-20 is a ground out, and that's a 20. So it's going to be a fielder's choice, 6-4 on the ground out. It's going to put runners at the corners and 2 outs for Brenton Doyle. Clutch situation for Doyle. In the clutch, he gains a hit, 2-8. That's a 1-4, and he's going to ground it to short, and that's going to end the inning. So Holmes, again, works around that 2-out double. No runs, no hits, and an error, and 2 are left. So Holmes is going to try to go 7 innings. He's pitching a shutout, so why not leave him out there? It's 5-0. Bird will come out. He's good for 2 innings. So they'll pitch Bird here in this 6th inning against Vientos, Taylor, and Acuna. Hello, Christopher. 2-9 for Vientos. It's a strikeout. First strikeout for Bird. It's Tyrone Taylor. Ooh, let's move this over here. Tyrone Taylor. Whoa, that flipped around on the outside there, didn't it? 3-4 for Taylor, and he's going to get a ballpark single check, but again, it's only for a 1. And he gets the 1. How do you like that? The ballpark single check is a 1, and we roll a stupid 1. So Taylor gets a base hit on the ballpark single, which is only a 1. And now he's going to go for the lead. He needs a 2 through 5 or a 12. He gets the 5, he's going to go, and it's going to be an automatic stolen base. They're not even going to throw it. The lead is so great, they're not even going to throw it. So here's Acuna. 6-8. That's a strikeout for Bird, his second. 2 down, and here's Lindor in a clutch situation. Lindor in the clutch will lose a hit, 210. That's the only clutch area on his card is 210. 6-6, switch hitter batting left, and that's going to be another run for the Mets. 1 to 10's a double, 11 to 20's a single. That's a single, but it's 2 stars. So the stolen base pays off for another run. It's 6-0 Mets. And that'll bring up Marte. It's a 2-7, and that's a single, 2 stars. And that'll bring up Juan Soto, who's 0 for 3. Bird. Actually, they're going to pull Bird, and they're going to the only lefty in the bullpen that they have, and that is Ryan Rollison. His job is to get Juan Soto out. So Bird's going to go an inning and 2/3. He's going to give it 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So far, 1 run, but these guys are his responsibility. He does not walk anybody, and he strikes out 2. So now Rollison. So that's their only lefty. They don't have any other lefties. Might as well use him now. Doesn't hurt. You know, lefty. That's the time to use him if you're ever going to use him. Although he's terrible. Soto, it's a clutch situation. He will lose hits 1-3 and 1-12 and 2-8 against lefties. That is a, what is that? That is a 4-9, and that is a ground ball to first. And that's going to end the inning. So Rollison will do his job. He goes a third of an inning. And actually, no, they're going to actually let him pitch the next inning too. Why not? Why not? We'll close the book on Bird. He gives up 1 run there. So a run for the Mets. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So we played 6, and the score is Mets 6 and the Rockies nothing. Holmes coming out for his final inning of work. Assuming he can make it through 7 innings. He's going to face Doyle. Wait, no, Doyle was the last guy to face. We can allow pinch hitters now because we're in the 7th inning. So Mr. Hira will be taken out of here. And Kyle Farmer will pinch hit for him and stay in the game, play first base. So Farmer is going to take over at first base. Mr. Farmer. He will pinch hit. Kyle Farmer against Clay Holmes. That's a 4-5, and that is a ground ball shortstop X. That is going to be Lindor. He's a 2E14. 2 and a 14 is good. E14 he's got to avoid. And the E14 he's got to avoid a 4-15 and 17, which he does. So good play for Lindor. And Farmer's out of there. Here's Arcia. That's a 6-9, and that's a 1 for a home run. Anything else, but plus he's got weak power, so it'll be a 1 for a single. Anything else, he flies to left. And that's a fly to left. 2 down as Marte puts it away. Here's Tyler Freeman. That's a 2-5 for Freeman, and he grounds to short to end the inning. So that's going to do it for Holmes. He's going to go 7 solid. No runs allowed. Only allowed 3 hits. He's pitching a 3-hit shutout right now. And let's see. He walked 1, and he struck out 7. Quite the outing for Clay Holmes. So he obviously is in line to get the win. So Rollison back out, and he'll be facing Pete Alonso to start things off. That's a 1-7, and that's a single 1-6. 7 to 20 is a ground out, and that's a single. So Pete Alonso leadoff single. Brings up Brett Beatty, lefty. And this will be the last batter for Rollison. They will go to the bullpen again. for the Rockies. And they will go to Tyler Kinley. He'll be coming on to pitch after Rollison faces Beatty. So Tyler Kinley, right-hander. Beatty, 312. That's a walk, and that's going to do it for Rollison. He is done. He goes a third of an inning. Gives up a hit and a walk. He is responsible for both runners, so can't bank on that one. Tyler Kinley, the right-hander, loosening or coming in for the Rockies now, and he'll be facing Louis Torrance, the backup catcher. First and second, nobody out. That's a 4-9, and that is a strikeout for Kinley, his first. In case you were curious, 4-9 on Rollison. The previous pitcher was a ballpark blast, but could have had a 3-run homer there. So probably a good thing I made the move. And here's Vientos. 6-7, and that's another strikeout for Kinley. 2 down, and here's Tyrone Taylor. Clutch situation. He will gain a couple hits, 1-7 and 2-9. 3-8, and that is a double 1-3 home run. I'm sorry. Is it 3-8 or 3-9? I don't remember what I rolled. Let me go back and look at this on the replay. I can't remember if I rolled a 3-8 or a 3-9. I'm going to back this up, but I want to be accurate. So I want to see what I actually rolled here. Let's back this sucker up here. See what I actually rolled. Okay, it's coming up here shortly. What did I roll? I rolled a 3-8 according to this. It's a 3-8. I know you can't see it on here, but it's a 3. There it is, 3-8. That's what I rolled. Okay. Just want to make sure I was right. 3-8 is a 1-3 double, 4-20 single. That is a single, 2 stars. That will score the run. That run is charged to Rollison. On the third is Beatty. It is now 7-0 Mets. And here is Acuna. 2-9, and that's a fly to right field to end the inning. So we charge Rollison with 1 run. And let's see here. 1 full inning for Kinley. He strikes out 2, gives up a hit, nothing else. So for the Mets, it's a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So we go to the top of the 8th. It is Mets 7, Rockies nothing. So who's going to come in and pitch for the Mets is the question. We turn the page and look at their bullpen. And this is who they've got. Castillo, a lefty, got Brazoban, Budo, Garrett, and Stanek. And it looks like they're going to go to Ryan Stanek. Come on and pitch. When you're up 7-0, it probably doesn't matter anyway. And we're going to pinch hitter for Stallings. Hunter Goodman's going to pinch hit for Stallings and stay in the game to catch. So Hunter Goodman. And he is a 4-1 E10. He is the pinch hitter and the catcher. 9-11. So Hunter Goodman. That leaves Moniak and Estrada on the bench for the Rockies. So Stanek will be facing Hunter Goodman to start off this top of the 8th inning. Stanek facing Goodman. That is a 5-9, and that's going to be a fly to right field. Soto puts it away, 1 away for Jordan Beck. But I think we're gonna have a pinch hitter for Hilliard coming up, and that's going to be Mickey Moniak, the Maniac. Got to get at least 1 more bat out of him before this replay is over. So he will hit for Beck. For Hilliard rather. So Moniak will pinch hit, stay in the game to play center field. He's a 15, and at center field, he's a 4-1 E11. So we have Beck now and Moniak on deck to face Stanek. Beck, 5-9. That's a fly to right. 2 down. And now here comes Mickey Moniak, the Maniac, in the pinch hitting role. 2-8, and he pops it to first. That's going to end it there for Stanek. He's going to go 1 inning, not give up anything. Rockies have been, looks like they're playing the last game of the season as if they want to get this over with because they're swinging at everything. They've only walked once, and they struck out 7 times, and they've only got 3 hits. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Rockies will they need to bring in a new pitcher. And they will bring on, let's see who pitched last time. They will bring on Juan Mejia. He did not pitch yesterday, so we'll bring on Mejia. Mejia is on. And Mejia will be facing the top of the order. Lindor, Marte, and Soto here in the 8th inning of a 7-0 Mets blowout lead. It's a 3-7 for Lindor, and that's a solid single. Look at this, Lindor, 4 for 5, 2 singles, a double, and a home run. I think he's going to be the leading candidate for the play of the game, although the pitcher, obviously the starting pitcher, would also be in that category as well. Up 7-0, they're not going to try any running or anything. 5-9 is a ground ball shortstop X, possible double play. He's a 2E16. 2-14, is that a G1? 2-14 is a G1. E16. Oh, and wouldn't you know it? E16, the 14 is the error right there. That encapsulates the Rockies season right there in one fell swoop. You have a chance for a double play, and the only errors are 14 and 17, and you roll a 14. Can't make this stuff up. E6, instead of a double play, you get an E6. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Can't blame the pitcher. He did what he was supposed to do. And Hobart just booted it. Here's Juan Soto. 6-7, and that's a walk. And all of a sudden, the bases are loaded for Pete Alonso. Bases loaded, Pete Alonso. Infield playing for a double play. 2-4 for Alonso, and that is a ground ball second base C. That'll score the run. Everybody will move up 90 feet. They were not playing in. It's pointless to play in at that point. RBI for Alonso. It's now 8-0. Here's Brett Beatty. At least there's one out now. Now, since it's second and third, one out, they'll go ahead and play the infield in for the heck of it. 3-2 for Beatty, and that is a single to center field. It's anti-clutch, but there's only one out. So this is a good single to center field for Beatty. Scores Marte. And Soto, let's see. Moniak's a +1 arm. Soto's a 13. Not being held as a 14. 1-15, he's going to score. And Moniak threw him out at the plate. 8-2. He is out at the plate 8-2. You don't run on Mickey Moniak, I'm telling you. That's what happens. Beatty only runs at a 12, so he did not get second base on the overthrow. Here's Luis Torrens. 1-5, and that's a fly to right to end the inning. So for the Mets, they pick up 2 runs. And one of those runs, obviously, is unearned. Couldn't assume a double play, so at least one of them has to be earned. There's 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 hits, 1 error, and they left 1 on base. He is going to go 1 inning, give up 2 runs and 1 earned, which is a 2 hits, a walk, and no strikeouts. All right, so we go to the top of the ninth, last inning for the Rockies to show their futility, and they will do it against this guy. You can pronounce his first name all you want. I'm just going to call him Brazaban. I don't know how to pronounce the first name. Huascar Brazaban? I don't know. Is that how you say his name? I have no idea. So it is Brazaban. And he'll be facing Tovar, McMahon, and Doyle. Tovar, the batter. 6'9", and that's a base on balls. That'll bring up Ryan McMahon. 4-8, and that's a walk. So Brazaban is coming in and walk the first 2 he faces. Maybe the Rockies can at least get a run and avoid the shutout on the final game of the season. That's a 2-9, and that's a strikeout. Nothing new there. Here's Kyle Farmer for his second at bat. Wouldn't it be something to end this game? Wouldn't it be something to end this game with a Giovanni's Tailor Shop tailor-made double play? Would that not be the ultimate way to end this game? It's got to happen, right? 1-4, no, he's going to foul it to first, so we can't have another tailor-made double play. 2 outs, and here's Arcia. Arcia, the last chance. Arcia, first and second. Those 2 walks are still sitting there. 1-6 for Arcia. It's a 1-3 for a double, 4-20, and the season is over. And you know damn well we're going to roll a 4 through 20. There's no way in hell we're rolling a 1 through 3. It's just not the Rockies' way, and that is a fly to center to end the ball game and end the season. Mets win it by the score of, well, I don't even know what the score was. I got to go look at it again. Score of 9-0. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. So it is a 9-0 Mets win. Rockies, let's see, the Mets actually committed 2 errors, but didn't really hurt them. The Rockies get 1, 2, 3, only 3 hits. That's all they got. And the Rockies committed 1 error on their own. And how many left on base? 1, 2, 3, 7 left on for the Rockies. So as we clean this up, winning pitcher, of course, for the Mets, none other than Clay Holmes. So Holmes gets the win. And the loss belongs to the starting pitcher, Carson Palmquist. So let's finish up the Rockies here. Mets, how many hits did the Mets get? Well, let's take a look. They got 2, 3, 7, 8, 11, 15 hits I have them for. 9, 15, and 2 for the Mets. 0, 3, and 1 for the Rockies. Mets leave on 1, 5, 6, 9 left on base. That's what the Mets had left on. Rockies finished the season 18 and 41, as opposed to the real world 9 and 50. So +9 overall is what happened on the replay of those 59 games. I must admit, when I started this replay, I didn't think I would actually finish it. I thought I would lose interest before that with the modern baseball, because I'm not a modern baseball kind of fan. But for some weird reason, and I don't know what the reason is, I started to like this team, and I don't know why. I shouldn't. They're lousy, but something about them. A couple of the characters, maybe, like Mickey Moniak the Maniac and guys like that. Bird the Word and all stuff like that. That kind of made me kind of like them a little bit. So that's probably one of the reasons why I hung with them. But there you have it. The 59 game season. Rockies were 9-50. We finished 18-41. I may or may not come back with a short video with all the statistics to show you who did what or whatever. I may do that. I may not. I haven't decided if I feel like, putting that time in or not. But anyway, I know there's been some chats out there about finishing projects and how hard it is to finish projects and how do you stick with a project. There's all sorts of little, things there or whatever. But and I don't have an answer for that. I mean, I know I try to do projects that I think I can finish and try not to bite off more than I can chew. Sometimes you start a project though, and it just goes so south you can't go on. So, been there, done that. So I know how that goes. Someone was asking me earlier about the Strat-O-Matic Basic Sunday. Was that still going on? And I said no, because Strat-O-Matic Basic just doesn't do it for me. I lose interest. It's not fun. It's not that much fun to me. I did it just to try to be different and give people that like the Basic a couple of videos out there. It was not really intended to go all season long anyway. So I don't really know if I call that a project or not. It was just something I did just to give something different for the people that like the Basic. But every time I played Basic, I kept thinking, man, I can't even bring in a lefty reliever to face a lefty pitcher or face a lefty batter because it won't matter. So anyway, that's just my thing. Some people love Basic, and more power to you if you do. But again, thanks to everybody who followed this project, showed some interest in it. Always helps me to keep me going when other people are engaged in what's going on. So this project is now in the books. We're almost finished with the Kishmika Golf project. I just finished the British Open. So we've got one more tournament, and then we start the FedEx playoffs. So we're almost done with that. So once I get those two things out of the way, plus the Basic Sunday thing is not going anymore, I'm down to two projects, which is the 87 American League replay and the NBC Game of the Week on Saturdays, which is only obviously one day a week. So I can focus a lot more now on my 87 American League replay. Maybe I'll put out more videos than what I do. Right now I'm just doing one every day, but I could always squeeze in one extra one here and there, maybe. I don't know. Maybe do one on Sunday, since I'm not doing the Sunday Basic Sundays anymore. So maybe I'll get to playing 6 out of the 7 games instead of, just the 5 out of 7 during the week. I could always record one and play it on Sunday just to have something out there. I don't know. But anyway, thanks to everybody out there. Who knows? Maybe I'll start a walking video. You never know, a walk and talk video. That seems to be the thing, right? Seems to be the trend, right? Maybe I'll do that. Never know. Now, if you see me do that, shoot me, because that's not going to happen. But if other people want to do it, more power to them. Just not my cup of tea. So that's going to do it. Hopefully, RJL will be on in a few minutes as he is back from hiatus in his Inside Pitch Advanced 1996 replay. So you might want to go over and check him out and see how he's doing. I'm sure I'll tune in. I doubt I'll chat. I might just have in the background. But I'll check him out and see how he's doing. I guess he just needs a mental break too. I don't know. But that's going to do it from here. Again, thank you all for following not only this project, but the other things that go on with the channel, and put up with my snarky, get off my lawn guy, old man attitude that I've gotten into since I've turned 61. But hey, I get cranky. What can I tell you? Filters come off a little bit once I got retirement. The filters came off because I don't have to answer anybody. So I can do my own thing, say what I want, and people like it or don't like it. I really, pardon my French, but I really don't give a shit. call it like I see it and play what I want to play. But anyway, that's about as real as it gets. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.